Hey guys, Dragon Critic here, and today I'll be actually discussing my top 5 favorite fight scenes in the Kung Fu Panda franchise. I just want to say, if some of your favorites don't appear on the list, don't worry, I'll have all the fight scenes in this franchise, and don't worry, I will have some honorable mentions at the end of the video. So let's start with my number 5 spot. A lot of the fight scenes in LOA and in Kung Fu Panda 2, Po in the 5, really is amazing. However, this is my most favorite of the second film because it shows how much of a team Po and the 5 have become over the past few years, since this film is set 2 or 3 years after the first film. I like the relationships they have here, and it really shows how much they've grown, and including LOA, since I definitely accept it as part of the canon. However, I do remember DreamWorks saying it's canon. So, alright, let's just get back onto the fight scene. The fight scene is absolutely amazing. It's got real action, it's really good characters, really good pacing, and a really epic dialogue and everything. Everything about it is just perfect. This is definitely my most favorite scene out of the Kung Fu Panda franchise, with Po and the 5 fighting. But the next one will surprise you. The Panda Village fight scene was a really epic scene. The music fit well, and the entire fight, the way it was done, was absolutely perfect. The visuals were also amazing. I think in visuals, it was absolutely perfect, because the visuals really worked well, and the music is also perfect. I like the pacing as well. Since the film had a lot of fast pace, I felt like that was really good and really fit well. I know some people didn't like the fast pace, but what can you do? It's DreamWorks, and we're in a new, genre of animation, with Kung Fu Panda and How to Train Your Dragon, so yeah, I guess that. Now, it could have been a little bit better, but I suppose I was happy with what I got. I think it could have been more cooler, but anyways, it was absolutely amazing, and it's definitely my 4th favorite fight scene in the franchise. Yeah, I like Kai versus the remaining members of the 5 and Shifu better than the Panda Village fight scene. Well, it's a lot more darker, and it's probably the darkest moment in any Kung Fu Panda film. Well, maybe not as dark as the massacre scene, but it is really dark, and the way it was handled was really well. I like how the music as well, it fit perfectly, and yeah, they cracked jokes, which was nice, because it was nice little continuity, because like these characters have grown up and they're all ready to fight and they know what they're doing, so I like that. It really develops them very well, and I do like and I do enjoy how much effort they put into it. I love how it was all detailed as well. The animation was also absolutely fantastic. I just adore the animation here. Anyways, this is definitely at my number 3 spot, and the next one is definitely gonna stay at my number 2 spot. And my number 2 spot is the final battle of the second film. The final battle of the second film was such an amazing scene. I loved the action, the music fitted well, everything about it was just perfect. The soundtrack Cymbal Master is absolutely amazing, and it fit well for what they were trying to accomplish. I love the development they give the 5 and Po, and it really shows how much of a team they've grown, like I mentioned earlier, but it also gets even more epic. Now, I do admit, I don't really feel Shifu needed to be there, but hey, you needed him. He wasn't in the movie that much, but nice continuity. I love its action. Everything about it was just absolutely fantastic. And now, for my number 1 favorite fight scene in the entire goddamn franchise. And my number 1 favorite Kung Fu Panda fight scene was Po versus Kai, an absolutely amazing fight scene. I'll admit it could have been more cooler if the pandas united with Po together and they used their chi to defeat Kai, and Kai turned into a mega monster. But there are some things I wanted in 3 that didn't happen. But anyways, back onto the fight scene. The fight scene is absolutely amazing. I love how it was all executed. I love the ending battle. I hear some people say, oh, there wasn't really a hand-to-hand combat between Po and Kai. Well, I sort of understand, but I disagree. I love the fight scene here. It's absolutely amazing. Sure, I'll admit it needed to have some things in it, like as I mentioned earlier, but it's absolutely amazing, and I think the fight scenes in 3 were absolutely amazing. It really developed Po's character into him being the true dragon warrior. And the soundtrack, oh my lord, the soundtrack is absolutely perfect. I love how it was all done, and I hope that DreamWorks and Hans Zimmer can improve soundtracks for next How to Train Your Dragon and Kung Fu Panda franchise. Well, John Powell worked on How to Train Your Dragon, but I hope John Powell and Hans Zimmer can do great for the for the next films. Alright, honorable mentions. Okay, Po versus Tai Lung. Every fight scene in the first film. The Masters versus Shen. A lot of the fight scenes in the third film. Pretty much every fight scene would have to be an honorable mention, but I love every fight scene in this franchise, but the ones I just mentioned as my top 5 are definitely my most favorite. Which is your favorite fight scene in the franchise? Leave your down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Skadoosh.